Now, my living spaces are a disaster, and I am absolutely overwhelmed. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. So watch me reset my home and my mind with one simple rule. Done is better than perfect.
What? I cannot just snuggle you all day. I have other things I have to do. I know you're cute, but you're pathetic, Lois. Yes, I love you so much, but I have to do real life things. Oh, Betty, you too. Oh, goodness. We can't all just be dash hounds all day that lay around and do nothing. Some of us have real life things to do. Yes, I love you so much. Get comfortable, please. So I know you're comfy. Boo-boo. Boo-boo. What? You ready to go do things? What are we gonna do today? Nope, don't just... Yep, get Lois. Come on, Lois. We got stuff to do. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
That's why it looks like a pup.
There's so much to do. Alright, we're gonna do it though today.
Do what?
All the things. What are you gonna do today? Try to get a handle on at least out here, I guess.
How about you take a nap before you do that?
I'm not feeling well. If I take a nap, we all just woke up.
Well, you're tired, aren't you?
No, I'm just overwhelmed. Hello friends, and welcome to my day. I have shared a lot with you here recently about so many things of life and how things haven't been going so hot, and I've been really at a loss of what to do next and what to make. And do I just talk about the areas where I'm struggling? Do I talk about where it's overwhelming? Do I not talk about that stuff? Because who wants to hear about that? Let's put together this like great content that covers all these other topics. I don't know. I give up. I'm throwing in the towel. And I said, you know what? What I need to do is I need to get my home in order, because for many of us, if not all of us, the more physically overwhelming our space is, the more that weighs on us in the like internal overwhelming stuff. And I'm already totally feeling that at like a max. And so all of this around me is only making that worse. And so while I cannot just absolutely address all of the deep inner stuff in like one fell swoop, I can take today, I'm in my like comfy cleaning clothes, and I'm gonna focus on tackling at least the main living space and just really kind of kicking its rear and getting it put together. Like, this isn't gonna be some like amazing how to organize and make everything. I'm fed up, I can't take it anymore. I'm losing my marbles, and all of this stuff has got to go. The clutter, the chaos, the overwhelm, like it has to get dealt with, or I'm just gonna lose my marbles. So welcome to that video. That's what you're gonna get here today. Come along with me and see it in all of its messy, horrid splendor.
So I like to start all of my cleaning days pretty much the same, and I have other videos where I've gone in depth about it, but I like to pick a room and work in a clockwise rotation, just going around from top to bottom and trying not to get too distracted. ADHD kicks in, I end up all over the place, so I try to really stick to this. I'm going ahead this time and I'm taking all of my decor. I love collecting things and having decor, but honestly, I am just far too overwhelmed and just can't with life right now. And so I'm taking everything out of the space it's currently in, and I'm putting it down in my basement, which might seem kind of weird, I guess, but I'm taking it down there and putting it in a cabinet just to get it out of sight, out of mind for a little while. Now, this will be something that I'm sure I'll come back to in one point, but I'm just not ready for that. I'm also gathering all my plants. I have a lot of house plants, and they all live indoors during the winter months. But as soon as spring starts to show up, I try to get things outside as much as possible. So having to do a little bit of inventory and collect everything together, show it some attention, is definitely important.
What do you have, boo-boo? Do you have your lobster? Betty. Oh, no, she's not getting it. You want your lobster? Come on. No, you don't need to fight her. Come here. You want your lobster? You want your lobster? Ready, 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 ready? You ready? You ready? Oh, took a friggin' throw, you crazy! Okay, ready, ready, ready? Zoe, it's okay, she's having fun. You got your lobster! I piped up all the dogs, sorry. She's got her lobster.
Oh, dude, this is so cute. Like,
No, that doesn't wash out.
sure is ours. That's ours. That's Dad's controller that he bought.
Okay.
That's my Nintendo, but just the.
Wait, which one of these has all the controllers in it?
Box.
Okay. Those are mine. I don't know why they're out here. Oh, Bumpy, look what I found. Your hair spray.
Oh.
Your softener stuff. Oh, and our Peter Rabbit book.
Come on. Come on.
So I'm getting plants dealt with and watered and dusted. I'm getting the space cleared out. Again, just trying to remain diligent to just work in the space. I'm behind on everything that needs to be done. I'm overwhelmed by all the things that need to be done. I can't possibly tackle it all today. That's not going to happen. But I can do what I can do. And so clearing up kind of the last of the stuff we had in here with getting the fire going, right? It's not really cold enough to have fires going like we have been going. So stuff is kind of built up. I can go ahead and build a little fire and get rid of that. I can go through the clutter that is sitting in the room and kind of figure out what needs to be here and what doesn't. I can remove all of the decor and excess that feels kind of overwhelming right now and put that in a different space to deal with at a different time. I can't handle all of it, but I can do what I can do. And I think that that's so important to remember that you might not be able to tackle everything, but that doesn't mean that you don't have to do anything, because even a little bit that we can get done really starts to make a difference. And so seeing my space start to come together, to be cleaner, to be clearer, to feel fresher, it's not perfect, but it's definitely making an impact. And so I'm going to go ahead now that I've gotten kind of the clutter and the excess pulled out of here and just start dusting a little bit. Again, from top to bottom in a clockwise rotation really is such a super hack when you are trying to quickly and efficiently clean a space. And it really does seem like a small thing, but it has a really, really large impact. And so I highly recommend it to you if you are needing to kind of follow along and do this in your own space. And I know for us, you know, wintertime with the fireplace, things get really dusty. So just spending a little time and attention here, dusting things down. And then I went over things with an oil rag, and it really started to make all the wood start to shine again. It smells so fresh.
Kitty boo.
Oh, you almost dropped your lobster, boo-boo. Good thing you got it. Oh no, boo-boo. Lois doesn't want to play lobster with you. No, well, I'm not sitting. Good gravy. You get on my lap so quickly.
I don't know what it is about short.
Oh, is it Lotus?
Yes, I sat down just to set up the camera, and in like those 2 seconds, she already climbed up on my lap.
Look.
She was in here on the dog bed.
I did. I saw just a flash of yellow. Wait.
So now that I've peeled the dash hound off of me, it's time to pay attention to the floors. I've dusted everything, I've cleaned the clutter, and now I can give everything a really good vacuum and clean. I love this vacuum I got on clearance at Walmart. I can link it down below, but it really does such a great job, so much better than the battery operated ones I'd had before. It really getting everything up and out of the rug. I use it on the couches, I use it on the mattresses, I use it on everything. And so getting everything good and clean really makes this space feel great.
Will you set this in my room on with all my clothes?
So now that the floors have been vacuumed up as far as the carpets, I've taken care of the couches, it is time to pull out my amazing handy dandy vacuum mop. I don't know how anybody lives without a vacuum mop. I really do think they are the best things in the whole wide world. But what I love about them is I don't have to sweep or vacuum first. I can do it all in one shot and it picks everything up. So going ahead and pulling this out, I'm going to go ahead and clean underneath the couches first, get those all cleaned, and then once those get put back, I will tackle the rest of the areas. But this is working wonders at really picking up all the mess that I'm finding underneath our couches.
Okay, so I am literally just cleaning as best I can the space that we most often use here with our living room, kitchen, dining room space. As a family of 14 who is utilizing this space every single day, it's a bit overwhelming. Surprise, surprise, especially when things have been chaotic and crazy and you haven't kept up on normal things. Side note here being, I have all like faux wood floors in our house. I think they're a laminate wood plank. They're cheap, they're nothing fancy, and they're old. And so that's what our whole house is. Having a wet, dry vacuum mop is a lifesaver and has been for the years and years and years I've had one. I think they are the best investment that anyone with hard surface floors should have, especially if your entire house is hard surface floors or you have a lot of hard surface floors. And so I just wanted to pause real quick because I had the Tyneco brand for forever. I liked it. I didn't have anything bad to say about it. I tried out the Ultenic brand a few years ago. I liked it actually a little bit more than my Tyneco. The problem I had with Ultenic is mine kept breaking after about a year or so, and I had to keep getting them replaced, and it was ridiculous. And then they just finally started having so many issues, I gave up and went back to my Tyneco. I have seen the ads, and so I'm just, as friends here, just asking. I have seen the ads for that Mop Robo one that is out there. Have you seen it? It literally vacuums up a burger, and I mean, talk about grabbing your attention, right? And I'm like, what is this? And so one thing that I've had, like right now, I'm letting it soak because we've had an elderly cat who keeps getting sick, and she keeps going under the couch and like vomiting, and then we don't always notice it because sometimes it happens overnight, and then it gets really just dried on. I'm like soaking it, I'm mopping over it, I'm scraping it, you know, I'm doing everything to try to get it cleaned up. But I've seen this stuff with Mop Robo, and I've seen a bunch of reviews from other moms who talk about it has like a downward force to it that really helps it to like scrub up what's on the floor. And so I don't know if any of you have seen that ad with the crazy mop that cleans up a hamburger. Why would you mop up a hamburger? I don't know, but that's the reel I've seen. You have to let me know down in the comments. Do you have one? Have you seen that? Have you looked into them? Because I've definitely been looking into it, especially like I said with these issues we've been having with this cat. My Tyneco is trying its best, but it just can't get it. So that was I was letting it soak. I figured I'd give a shout out to wet dry vacuums because they're the best. See, so it's getting it. Like my Tyneco does a good job. It's not that it doesn't, but I'm still just waiting to try to get, I've got spots over there too, trying to soak it because, our poor cat, and like really getting sick under the couch. But we'll get this all cleaned up, then we'll put this back, put the rug back, and be looking much better in here. She-woman powers?
I got all my muscles, Mom. You thought Dad had muscles when he was little?
Well, you should have looked at me.
Ooh, polish.
What happened?
This is full of gunk. See all that?
Might have to cut out that part, Mom.
So now that all of that is coming together, I think it is the perfect time to kind of finish up the living room space here. Floors are drying, everything is, looking good. And I want to just get a couple things kind of put back and feeling cozy and right for our family. So a simple little doily and board here so I can put my lamp berger on top of the piano. If you guys haven't heard me talk about lamp bergers before, they are the best things in the whole wide world. They are so worth the money. They purify your air and make your home smell absolutely delicious. I will link my favorite one down below. I've got my lamp berger going. The living room feels fantastic, looks fantastic, and now I can move on to our kitchen and dining space. So I picked this table over, in front of the window, and I'm going to start here because there's so many plants that, again, with my plant maintenance, they need to get watered, they need to get rinsed off. A lot of them are going to go outside with the nicer weather so that way they can get some sunlight, and I'm going to start getting everything here cleared off. There's just random stuff that has made its way over here next to my Nibu Luxury air freshener, and I just need to get it cleaned up. I need to get it all dusted. It's amazing how much dust just with the house being closed up more in the winter, it just accumulates and really just kind of gunks up everything. So again, I've got my rag here with a little bit of furniture polish on it, and I'm dusting everything down, getting it nice and cleaned up, plants taken care of. I feel like I don't realize how many plants I have until I have to gather them all together and get them watered, and then it's a lot. I'm doing the same thing here with all of the decor. I'm just gathering up on the dining room table here because that is all going to go down to that cabinet in the basement. Luckily, I have lots of kids around, so they are super helpful to carry everything down there for me while I finish getting everything dusted and cleaned up. Done is better than perfect. I'm going to keep repeating that. I'm not tackling everything. My pantry is still a mess. There's still things that need to be deep cleaned and decluttered and organized. But that's okay because I'm making progress here, just working in my little clockwise rotations, working on things as I see them, addressing the biggest messes that stand out to me. When I got over by my coffee bar, I noticed just some gunk on the walls, so I'm going to go ahead and wipe that stuff down. Now, I'm not clearing every surface and deep scrubbing everything, but I'm scrubbing the things that I can as I see an availability to do so, and I think that's totally okay. So I'm going to go ahead, I've cleared off the top of our china hutch here. We eat off of our china every single day, so we use this frequently. I cleared off all of the clutter and extra decor that had just kind of gotten stashed up here. I've got a few indoor plants, so they're just going to make their way up there, but everything else is going to make its way out of this space. I'm going to go ahead and at least do a little bit of dusting here in my china cabinet. Again, we use this stuff every single day. I have a little bit of decor in here. I simplified that a little bit and just kind of dusting off the main spaces that we use and allowing this to just better serve our family. I think when we look at our space at what truly serves us, what is lovely, what makes an impact on our day and the atmosphere of our home, I think when we pay attention to those little things that make all the difference to us, it really adds up to be a big thing and to make each day just feel luxurious, beautiful, wonderful. We should definitely soak in the beauty around us in every way we can. And so I definitely have more to still get to. It's not totally done, but it's making progress, and little progress adds up. I'm going to get done what I can get done today, and it might not be perfect and it might not be everything, but then maybe tomorrow I can do a little bit more of the same, and day in and day out, who knows, I might even start to feel a little bit better.
Okay, so obviously I haven't completely finished, but that is okay. I think that sometimes, especially when everything is so unbelievably overwhelming and there's so much that needs to be done, the hardest part is simply just getting started. It's just doing those very small beginning steps. Now, I didn't declutter everything. I didn't deep clean every inch. I didn't go through some really big problem areas like our pantry and a couple other things we have going on. But again, that's okay. The living room is done. I moved everything, I cleaned it. It feels really, really good. The dining room kitchen, I'm finishing up. I just have a moment because my husband took the girls and took the kiddos. That way they're occupied, they're picking up groceries so he can come home and make a nice meal for everyone. I'm gonna finish up in here. I just need to kind of finish sorting through the last of the things that were out. I have bagged a bunch of stuff that's just gonna get thrown in the car to get taken and donated so that way it can go on and be a blessing to someone else. I've been dragging the trash can around with me. I've thrown away a bunch of stuff that I don't even know I was here. And then, like you saw, I took all of the decor items that I love thrifting vintage things. I love old stuff, and I love just having that around here, but there's something that I feel like happens every single spring where I just need it gone. I just need it out. I want everything as minimized and just simple as possible. And so I've gone ahead and just moved all of that down. The kiddos were helping me earlier, and I've put it all down in a cabinet I have in the basement, so it's put away, it's out of the way, it's safe, it's, you know, not in the mess of everything else, and I will deal with it later. I have it out of here. I'm dusting everything, I'm vacuum mopping everything. I can feel as the external gets cleaned up and cleared up that my internal is processing. My internal is going, okay, we can do this. And so yes, I'm gonna finish clearing the stuff on the counters and getting stuff at least put away to the best of my ability. We need to like deep clean, pull everything out, reassess what we have, what we need, and kind of organize everything a little bit better. That's not gonna happen today. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. So subscribe, turn on the bell notifications. You'll see that video on a different day at a different time, because that's not gonna happen today. But that's okay. That's totally fine. Give yourself that permission if you need to. I'm gonna clean the counters, finish the table. I've watered the plants. Our weather is supposed to be gorgeous for the next handful of days. I doubt it's the last frost we'll see before spring totally shows up, but it's looking pretty good. So I've watered plants, set them outside on just our patio table so that way they can get some fresh air. Finish putting this stuff away. I'm gonna finish vacuum mopping the floors. I have my mom got me one of those huge ruggable rugs. These things are so cool. I picked it all up a couple weeks ago so I could wash it, and I still haven't put it back. So I'm gonna have the boys come in and help me lift up the dining room table so I can put the ruggable back down underneath that. I'm gonna feel like $100 before the day is over. I am going to have my husband cook me a delicious grilled lemon chicken. I got some vegetables we're gonna roast in the oven, so not totally carnivore, but still ketovore, and that is okay. I'm gonna have a nice, healthy dinner, sit down, relax, and enjoy the work that has gotten done, because done is better than perfect. And I may not be able to get everything in my life put back together right now, which has been really, really, really difficult on me, but at least it's a step in the right direction. And so hopefully this can be an encouragement to you if you're needing a little step in the right direction to at least start that process. And so if you want more along those lines, be sure you check out this playlist right up here. Otherwise, leave me a like, share this video with someone else could use some encouragement, and I will see you all right back here in the next one. Bye, friends.
We're not in it, are we?
No.